Speak, friend, and enter. Welcome to the channel. My name's Josh, and today we're looking at a pretty spicy build for the Watcher in the Water. So let's have a quick look at what it does. The Watcher in the Water enters tapped with 9 stun counters. So a stun counter means if a creature would untap, instead remove a stun counter. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, you create a blue tentacle creature. Whenever a tentacle you control dies, untap up to 1 Kraken and put a stun counter on up to 1 target non-permanent. So that's really quite awesome. It does a lot of stuff. So basically what I want to do is draw stuff during my opponent's turn. I just realised the artist's name is Chris Cold, which is pretty suitable for this drawing, this amazing illustration. But yeah, how do we get around the fact that we want to keep drawing and drawing in our opponent's turn? I made it a cycling tribal deck. So what's cycling? Cards that have basically cycling on them. So you can do something with the regular effect, or get rid of them for 2 mana and draw a card. And we've got a few synergies, so let's look at what cards we have. So if we look at Cycle in our deck, we've got a few synergy pieces. So Shark Tooth is just awesome anyway, but you can cycle it away. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get a Shark token. So this is almost like a second copy of the Watcher in the Water, but you're making big tokens instead of 1/1s. That's really epic as well. Abandoned Sarcophagus, not seen anybody else use this. But this is really cool because you may cast spells that have a cycling ability from your graveyard. So if you chuck something in the bin, like Shark Typhoon early on, play this. Later on, you can just play Shark Typhoon from the graveyard. It's really an excellent card to give you double duty on all your cards you want to discard earlier on. Vizier of the Tumbling Sands. This is nice because it also lets you untap a permanent in addition to just be a cycling card. So you can also try and tap the Watcher in the Water to remove a stun counter. So that's pretty cool. Nimble Obstructionist. You'd be surprised how many times you would want to counter a triggered or activated ability. And this can do that. It might just save you your life, especially if someone ultimates a Planeswalker. You do this. This is a Stifle ability. Pretty damn sweet. And probably the best one, Drake Haven. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you can pay 1 to create a Drake. This is absolutely ludicrous, and you can really go crazy with the amount of Drakes you have. Let's look at the cycling. So we've got all these cards that can actually be cycled away. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. It's not massive, but they all contribute to just the general synergy of the deck. Now remember, you don't have to just cycle them away. You can use them for what they're intended to do. And I've chosen the ones that would generally be useful in most stages of the game. Sent as a counterspell. Ominous Seas is also another synergy piece. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on this, and you can create an 8/8 Kraken. So this is almost like the inverse of the Watcher in the Water. Really sweet card. We have Neutralize, which is a counterspell or cycle. Reconnaissance Mission, whenever a creature you control deals damage to draw a card. This is excellent with your tentacles because somehow your tentacles are not defenders. They can actually lash out and kill people, which is pretty epic. Hieroglyphic Illumination, draw 2 or draw 1, which is pretty nice. Lorien Revealed, draw 3 or or get an island from your deck. Shark Typhoon, seen that. Boon of the Wishgiver, draw 4, cycle 1. So you can see a theme here. Most of them are like draw lots or draw 1. And then Lay Claim, which is probably the scariest one for our opponents. You control enchant a permanent. You can enchant even the land if you want to, but most of the time you'll probably be wanting to steal their lynch pin pieces, their control-y planeswalkers and other things. And I've also got 2 lands, Desert of the Mindful and Lonely Sandbar. Let me just have a look how many lands we actually have before we start this. 40 lands, that's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to make something that was very different. I haven't seen any other creators do this. Most other creators just go for the regular, general, good stuff. But this is that plus an interesting niche. Of course, we have the regular good stuff, Mana Drain, Ristic Study, Search for a Scanter. I've also chucked a copy of Shadow Spirit because when Watcher in the Water can attack, you gaining 9 life back is pretty monumental. Blue does struggle for removal, so that is the weak point for creatures that have already hit the field, and that's why we do have a copy of Witness Protection, and we also have Utter Insignificance, which is just a really wonderful way to neutralize all abilities on a creature, and it's just really quite powerful. I've not seen anyone use it as well, which I'm quite proud of saying. It's nice to make something that's not very common, but also strong. It's just a shame in some ways that other people don't do it, but also that's a boon for me in my channel. If you've got some weird commander that you haven't seen anyone do, just tell me in the comments below. Maybe I will be inclined to make it. I'm very, very interested in data, and the data I'm interested in, which I cannot actually for the life of me figure out how to program unless I made like some kind of API or programming. I want to figure out on YouTube specifically which commanders people haven't made. Therefore, I can then be the first to do it, and being the first is really important in YouTube. So yeah, if you know of a commander nobody else has made and is decent, give me a shout. Bear in mind, I'm not just going to do any commander because there's probably a reason some aren't used, like Rogue Rack, which is a 0 mana 0/1. which actually might be funny to use. But yeah, there'll be some that are probably just too terrible to use, but there's going to be some gems out there that no one's made. And if I get the chance, I'll do it. Just tell me below in the comments what you think I should make. That is not a popular commander. All right. And you know what? If there's 0 commanders made for it on YouTube, even better. Just do a bit of research. Just go put it into YouTube search bar. If it doesn't come up, that's exactly the kind of commanders I'm looking for. So if you don't want to help me any other way, that's a really nice way to just help me and support the channel. Just help the content come through naturally. But also, if you do want to support me in any other way, if you want a custom video of your choice, which is going to have a shout out and other perks like Discord access, check out my description where you can join the Patreon. You become a channel patron, you get some perks, support me monthly. It's a win-win situation. Or you can donate a one-time amount via my Ko-fi, which details are also in the description. Again, really helps the channel, really supports me as a creator. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's introduction for Watch It in the Water. I'm going on a bit of a Lord of the Rings stretch lately, trying to cover a lot of these due to the popularity of the show and the movies. But you know what? It's been really fun. I've also heard rumours of Peter Jackson potentially directing a new Lord of the Rings series or movie or whatever it is. They're going to have Viggo Mortensen, Orlando Bloom, and other people interested. I wonder if that will ever come to fruition. Maybe in a few years when this video's old. Maybe this will be old news and we'll be watching the new movies or whatever. We'll see. Interesting. I don't know if they're going to be good, but definitely going to watch them either way. And yeah, let's get into the gameplay. The Watcher in the Water. Melon. Now this is a pretty cool hand. And I'm pretty sure that the Watcher triggers for each individual draw. So individual A card. Yeah, it's not one or more cards. So with Brainstorm, that's nice synergy. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get to the position where we're definitely going to, be turn 5 or 6 to use Brainstorm and Watcher. But we'll see. There's probably no need for me to use it yet because we are actually hitting lands and doing things we want to do. Now, I do actually want them to start playing on basics because as soon as they start playing on basics, our Harbinger of the Seas absolutely eradicates. Now, I just had a game where I almost lost, and it was an Abzan Nethra reanimated deck, and I was actually doing quite bad, but I then bounced everything to our opponent's side of... you know what, I'm actually going to play this as a... This is actually a Mana Rock, Mana Dork. Yeah, so I bounced everything to the hand with Whelming Wave, which ignores Watch of the Water, because it's a Kraken, and then... had enough mana to play Harbinger of the Seas, and they couldn't recast all of the stuff I bounced, which was just amazing. It was so cool. And they lost the game, even though we had like 4 life left, which is kind of excellent. Archmage's Charm. Counter-target spell. So, because I've missed a land drop, I will be using this now, but that's fine. 5 and 6. Put those back, like so. Now what do I do? I really kind of want to go for this. Let's go for the Worn Power Stone. And it will pass. Now, actually, this is kind of crazy. I've just realised that Vizier of Tumbling Sands is amazing with Worn Power Stone. This gives us 4 mana together. Trap Jaw Tyrant. When it was dealt damage. Okay. I think we're just going to bounce it then. It's pretty good. Let's just test this. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Let's just tap that. Look at that. I think we're now in a commanding position, My goodness. We can counter stuff, we can make stuff with their abilities. It's just all really great. And I've purposefully excluded certain cards from this deck to make it so we don't keep facing the same incredibly powerful enemy. So you'll notice there's no Cyclonic Rift, there's no One Ring and some other things. That's deliberate. Trapjaw Tyrant. I think we're just going to use the utter insignificance on that, to be honest. 1/1 with no abilities, that's just crazy. And then we'll actually remove a stun counter from Watcher as well. Shark Typhoon. So if we do that, we'll have 3 mana up, but not triple blue. I think we're just going to go for Harbinger. Because I do want to leave up the Archmage's Charm, to be perfectly honest. Pass again. So now this turns 2 of their lands into blue sources only. Now, I don't know how effective that's really going to be, to be honest, but we'll wait and see. Earthshaker Dreadmaw. When it enters, draw a card for each other dinosaur you control. So they'll be drawing 1. You know what? For an uncommon, that's really broken. Super broken. And we even have the colourless mana with the 1 Power Stone to exile that. So that actually works out pretty cool. And once again, try and remove stun. So, have we got enough of this? Beautiful. Oh, we're in a good situation here. So now whenever we cast spells, we get to create sharks, and that's going to hopefully be able to be our end game sorted. They have enough mana for Geshath. And we have the Archmage's Charm. So, what will they do? I'm scared though. They've got access to a lot of colours, and they haven't done much, which means they might be banking some crazy big dinosaurs, maybe like Eldrazi as well. I wouldn't put it past them. Can almost guarantee this is not an exclusive. Oh, Great Henge. Great Henge needs to be stopped, doesn't it? But we have Boros's expertise, so I'm going to let that resolve. And actually, the Boros's expertise can even return the Vizier if we really need to. And then we can use it to do some funky things. What's this going to be then? 3, 4, 5, 6. Galter. I will counter that. A brutal card. Absolutely brutal. And here they come in for 6. And it's got trample. You know what? For an uncommon, this is utterly broken. Got trample as well. Blink of an eye. Okay. Do a bit of damage. So what we will do here, I think, is... How much mana does this leave up? Okay, let's do this. Go for Browse. No, okay, so we'll untap. Go for Browse Expertise, return 1, 2, 3. We get a 5/5. And then we can just redeploy it. Actually, yeah, it's fine. We've still got 4 mana for Blink of an Eye. Now, they have a board wipe. It's going to sting a lot. It really is. And I don't know if we can actually survive a board wipe, to be honest. But we'll see. They've got so much stuff in their hand. I'm scared. Wow! We win. This is the weird phenomenon with blue. And I don't even think I was toxic, really. But we literally won by sheer annoyance, I guess. Because we didn't... The thing is, we didn't even have a finisher. I countered 1 spell. So they can't even say it was a toxic deck, to be honest. They resolved most of their stuff. But yeah, they had some cheeky stuff. If these two had been there and solidly kept hitting us and the Great Henge gave them cards, we would have definitely lost. I'm surprised we actually won that. I think they should have just tried to cast 1 spell. Just to see. And if we countered that, then quit. But I think always play to your hours, I reckon. Oh my gosh. Faces something different. What's going on here, then? Ulda Ravengard. Marshall. Different abilities than the paper version. So if you're looking confused, if your face is looking confused, this is different because it's been digitally changed for Arena. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because they're very aggressive already. First strike equipped. Whenever another legendary creature... Oh, whenever you attack with Mary and another legend, draw a card. Okay. Oh, baby, baby, baby. We could take a few hits of 2. Let's go for the Brineborn. Brineborn. It's like Dragonborn, but they came out of a tin. Right. I don't really want to go for Blink of an Eye without drawing, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Have you gained life? Is this a life game build? I don't know. Rumor Gatherer. Cool card. Underrated. Just attacking with that one, are we? Okay. We'll take it too. Oh. I like it. I like it. We're playing very defensively. I love this card. This is an evil card, you know. Especially in multiples. Circuit Mender. Scry 1. So if this happens again, they get to draw a card. Why are the creatures tiny? Little giraffe, little elephant, little cow. I never realised that before. I did not realise this was I mean, it's not a giant, it's an elf wizard, so why are those things tiny? Weird. They're gonna come in. Blink of an eye. Let's return this because that costs the most mana. And we get Odra Pakbatik. And I'm still not going to block. I know I'm being very greedy here. But now we're going to get Odra Pakbatik with rebound spells. And this could spell doom for them. This is actually pretty intense when you have loads of cheap bounce spells. The tempo. We are mostly a tempo deck. I don't run that many counters, so once we bounce a few times, it's excellent. Alder Raven Guard. Going to give another creature double team. Going to give that a double team. When it leaves, draw a card. Ugh. I don't like that. They're just going to swing with those. Oh. Double team. One goes to hand. Let's try and block it. So they're going to draw with that. And then call a surprise witness. That's kind of annoying. Let's return the Hallowed Priest to hand. So we get a counter and we're going to get rebound. So this is where it starts to get a bit... Opponent's going to find it pretty annoying. That's going to come back. Unsummon. Bounce that. Annoying that they're going to have two Circuit Menders, though, I have to say. Got River's Rebuke. We could just... Or we could just attack in, to be honest. Do you know what? I'm going to attack in because we have a Torrential Gearhulk with Unsummon. Oh, they're going to double block. Do they really want... Are they really that? Huh. Interesting. Now, this has actually worked out pretty well because, well, unless they go for... If they go for a board wipe here, it's going to be really bad. However, the Consuming Tide returning the Gearhulk is actually quite beneficial for us. They're on 27, though. Are we going to be able to out-aggro them? Probably not. Dragon Engine. Okay. Counter spell. That's actually perfect with a Consuming Tide. Double strike. Double strike. Okay. Well, we'll just attack again. They're really desperate to kill that Brineborn, aren't they? Okay. What? I'm actually a bit confused by that. They're the aggressor. They are the aggressor. They're the Boros player. Do they understand how Boros works? You do not trade. You don't trade. You just keep taking the damage and kill me when you're at 1 life. It is a bit odd. I have to say, it is a bit odd. I just don't know what to say now. Inspiring Veteran. They're not playing anything that's scaring me either. Although, to be fair, do we just get rid of that? Yeah, because that's going to keep drawing cards. And I do not want that. Land. Well, let's keep swinging in then. Down to 9. That's crazy. Do we want to go for Watcher? I think we do, actually, because they're consuming... Yeah, we'll see. If they don't block Odra, Pack-Patik, and Torrential Gear Hulk, then they die. And we have a River's Rebuke. So, they have to kill both of these. I'm going to draw a card with that. To be honest, though, it's a pretty cool uncommon-centric build. I feel like is it a budgety build? I mean, if it is, it's decent. There's not too many rares. Right. River's Rebuke, the ultimate way to get that win. Oh boy, I'm confused how I'm seeing different decks. I don't normally see this much variance, which maybe the algorithm thinks Watcher's not as good as it is. This could be pretty cool because they're playing a Demir mill deck, and we have Abandoned Sarcophagus, so they mill any cards with cycling. We can play them, which is nice. We'll see if we can resolve anything. They either deliberately didn't play black for Ancient One, or... I mean, I guess they were trying to leave up counter magic, but they didn't do anything there, so I wonder if they actually legit just missed the black source. Relic. Tower. Okay, so this changes things a bit, because Ashiok is going to exile our stuff. So it is a mill deck. So Midnight Clock's not going to be too good here, and neither is the Abandoned Sarcophagus. But what we'll do is, in their end step, we'll flash into Brindborn just to threaten Ashiok a little bit. Just to stop him kind of going overboard. A bit too much. There's the milling again, which is pretty effective against us, because if they get rid of our end game threats like Planeswalkers and stuff, it's going to be very, very difficult to close the game out. There's a lot of... I don't mind playing control decks, as long as the opponent is decisive. But when I'm playing somebody and they take this long, I know it's not been long, but it just feels so painful. It's like waiting to be... It's like looking at a rack of weapons and my assailant is going, should I get with a screwdriver or the hammer? Just pick one. Just pick one. And every time I play a spell, they're holding priority, which is just like, just make your mind up. You've got a fetch land. Are you going to crack it? Just crack it if you're going to crack it. Swing in. So that's 3 pauses now where nothing has happened. And I just wonder, people in my tier of matchmaking are like this, apparently, are they? It's not a very good matchmaker, I have to say. You wouldn't see 2 chess masters playing and somebody was taking... Well, actually, maybe you would, to be honest, but... Bloody hell, man. It's just a Brindborn Cutthroat. Honestly, it's just an uncommon. And then they don't do anything.
Vigorous swine!
Right, okay. But they let a card, which is really niche and really strange, resolve almost instantly. Sure. So they use the Ashiok, that'll be it. No more milling from that. So I guess Brindborn Cutthroat's done its job. The fact it doesn't let you tutor shouldn't really affect us too much here. the protection is going to be kind of nice if they do try and play Ancient One. The One Ring. Oh boy. I mean, the Ashok only has one ability, so it wasn't too hard to think of. Blue, blue. So if you do this, I have no black. And there's no point in attacking because they have pro creatures here. So yeah, that is just an island. So they have literally no black mana here. So unless they play a black source, they have no kill spells. Which they just played a black source. Of course they did. They're going to draw again. Now I'm hoping that the One Ring will just eventually kill them. At this rate. They're drawing quite a lot. Although annoyingly it turns that into blue source, so... I guess you can't all be pro players like me, but my god, play the cards, man. Play them. Arcane Signet. Okay. Cool. Bro. Guess they needed 2 swamps. Gearhulk with nothing in the graveyard. Bloody hell. Now what? Honestly, I really wish sometimes like I could see... Do you know what would be great? If you could play games back. Because I would love to see what my opponent is deciding on doing here. They're going to destroy it. God, that's an opponent controls as well. So we can't actually bounce our own guy. That's really sad. And something else. What on actual earth? Right. Well, this is very frustrating, guys. Very frustrating. They're just drawing so many cards now. I don't really know how R&D, even past the errata, is a fair card. It's just so ridiculous. I think it's used in like... How many... Is it still in Modern? I don't know. Has it been banned in Modern? I don't know, but it's just way too good. The Ancient One. So now they can try to mill us lots. I'm thinking that the Brindborn Cutthroat could be pretty good if we get a few more hits in, because their life's going to dwindle from the One Ring quite a bit. Blimey. That took a while, didn't it? Can we resolve this? Boy. Boy, oh boy. Everything is just a chore. It really is. Down to 9. Down to 6. So unless they can bounce their own One Ring, they're just going to be dead, aren't they? And now they've drawn so many cards that they're going to have to start discarding, which it feels like it's just ineffective at this point. Oh, that was a lot of pain for such a little gain. This is a proper weird hand to keep. But I am going to do it. I'm going to keep it. Because of the Ominous Seas, which is really quite good. And they are going to be a equipment-based deck. Okay. Quicker we can get out Worn Power Stone and watch it, it's going to be, it's going to be really great. Again, I'm just going to hold back the Lonely Sandbar to be used for the Ominous Sea. So we're waiting for a bit of setup here, which probably won't pan out, to be perfectly honest. But we shall see what we can do. 2 mana search for any equipment is kind of insane. It's demonic tutor. Really is. Okay, Shadow Spear ain't that scary, to be fair. Okay, 1 Power Stone. Land. Now we might be shooting ourselves in the foot here. So greedy to just get the cycle. Fervent Champion, Shadow Spear, Auto Equip. So it's 3 damage coming in this turn. But yeah, once we get the Watcher in the Water and a few tentacles, things should be quite nice. We should be able to tank a little bit. We might not even have to wait for the Ominous Seas, just the Watcher to get a blocker. Okay. Watcher. And yeah, we're going to cycle this in their turn to get a surprise blocker for the rabbit battery. Man, that is a weird... It's just a really weird name card. If you know, you know. More the Skyclave. So that is going to be kind of annoying, but we do have ways to stop that. We'll probably use the Brazen Burrow eventually. 4 over the top. The life gain they're gaining is kind of negligible. We don't traditionally deal with damage, but... So then if the tentacle dies for any reason, we can also stun one of their things. Nice. Now the flying is a bit of an issue, I have to admit. Okay. Eluge. They've got something they're holding up. I'm not sure what it is. They 1 red up for something. Lightning Bolt, maybe? Rebel Salvo. Jeez, okay. Well, that lasted not very long. Let's go for Ominous Seas. And wait a bit more. So we are taking a hell of a beating here. 1 red to deal 5. Pretty intense, to be honest. I guess that's what they were thinking about doing with the tentacle here. But if the tentacle dies for any reason, they're going to really put a stopper in their plans. I'm going to move that over. But that doesn't have haste, so... Okay, we're going to have to be very careful now. So we've got 3 instant speed things, so let's just pass over to them. See what damage we can do. Now, annoyingly, if we bounce Kellen to the hand, they get to use the Birthright Boon again. Which is not something that I really want to be doing, to be honest. Flying First Strike, Haste... We bounce the Maw to the hands. That could be nice. Then they get to redeploy. Do it anyway. Obviously, it would be nice to block this in midair, but the first strike makes the Brazen Borrower kind of ineffective. So we could just cycle here, but I think we just take... Still got first strike. That's got trample. So I think we'll just block there, and then we'll be able to stun the Kellen when this dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Create a token as a copy of target artifact or creature. You can get a copy of Worn Power Stone. Or just draw 2. Down to 9. Let's freeze Callan temporarily. So these are kind of games I quite like because it's just intense. They're going to do something in response. God's willing. Hmm. I mean, they're using a card to do that. They don't want it to be stunned. Fair enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. We are pretty low, though, I have to say. Nahiri, I'm going to counter that. Create a token or draw? Let's draw. Because we want to get more of these tentacles, don't we? Wow. Interesting. Interesting. No, I don't really want to use Consuming Tide, although it would be quite good. We've got all these lovely triggers we're getting, though. It's getting harder and harder for them to get through. Drake Haven is now going to give us more flying. So we've got 4, 5, 6. So we can counter the auto equip with the maul. So that should be quite nice. No attacks. It is very risky though what we're doing. Kellen's power boost as well. It's the trample that I really have to be careful of. So this comes in. Annoyingly, that does auto-equip for free. With the Fervent Champion as well. But pay 1 to get a Drake. Plus 3 less. So that equips for 2 white on that one. Oh my goodness. And we got another cycle as well. Oh, it's annoying though, because we don't have 1 more mana to create another Drake, which is really sad. But I think we do it anyway, because we desperately need more blockers. Oh, they don't have the extra white to equip it. Excellent. Let's just create another tentacle then. And once we get Ominous Seas going, oh my goodness, and we got the Abandoned Sarcophagus. Which means we can start playing all these things out of our graveyard. Wonderful. 3. Trample Lifelink. Hopefully there's no boost. Let's offer 3 tentacles here. So now we're going to have 3 stuns as well. Oh my goodness. The double strike part. I didn't even read that. Because for some reason I was reading the blue parts. Okay, fine. We can still stun. 1. 1. We can put additional stun counters on things. That's kind of good. Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness, the double strike. That is a fatal error. That's the power of psychology. You read the blue, but I didn't read the black. Gosh. Now we're down to 3, which is really bad. Stick Study. I think we might be in a lot of trouble. Although that is stunned twice. We can just play that. And that. Do we just die here because I misread? I should have traded. I should have traded. Although, to be honest... 4-3. Menace Flying First Strike. 4-4. We have to do the double. Down to 2. Oh my goodness. Brutal. Brutal. The flying on that. Cadwick. Are we just going to have to do something weird here? So how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3. Let's just tap it out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to leave 3 mana for the Brazen Borrower. So it's 3. So we draw 3. That's actually pretty damn good. That might have changed the flow of things here. Because Gadwick can just tap things now. Oh, we are really, really living on the edge here. So Kellen doesn't untap one more time. We have to wait until the very last moment to actually... So they're going to go to combat. Tap the creature. Okay. If they have any protection, we just lose. Nice. Okay, so we need more things to cast at instant speed. 47 life is really kind of crazy here. Oh my goodness. We need Watch in the Water to be able to attack or block as well. And we definitely need more Drake. So this is going to be cycled to draw. We might be able to get around this. We'll see. 2 life is really not great. They've just had all the perfect stuff. The flying and the trample. The combination of those. And the double strike, obviously. So let's make one of these guys. Confounding Conundrum. Okay. Well, that's not an instant, sadly, but... Tapping that might be nice. Need more stun counters. Odra Pack Patik. Well, that's a flying blocker. Okay. I'm going to sack it to draw a card. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Untap target permanent. Okay. I guess we can start going in for some damage. $12. So we're going to be able to untap. Create a Drake. Down to 35. Flipping hell. I'm on the edge of my seat. If they have any kind of damn kill spell, we're in a lot of trouble. Any other equipment, we're in a lot of trouble. Fire, Blade, Charger. Got haste, and when it dies, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Oh boy. So let's do this now. So we're going to untap the Watcher. Pay to get a Drake. Ooh, and we get a Shark Typhoon. But if we pay 2 here, that's only going to make a very small one. So I probably want to save that in my turn to make something huge. Menace, Flying, First Light, Trample, Lifelink, Haste. I'm just going to triple block it. I'm terrified of any of that coming through. So then that becomes a land. Are we just... First Strike, Trample, Lifelink. Have they... Oh, he did survive. Okay. Although if we play Shark Typhoon, we can just... Yeah, I'm worried about this. Oh, that's incredible. Because now we go Shark Typhoon and then make a 5/5. How much mana have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shark Typhoon, and then in their turn we can go for Lorien revealed. Oh, this is not something I want to see. Sorcery, though. Ah, it's a goddamn sorcery. Now what? Okay. And sadly, this is tap territory. Okay. We get a 5/5 flyer, though. So I would love to get like an unsummon. That would be the perfect thing to get. Oh, we get a mana drain. But do we have... What on earth is going on here? What are they waiting for? Yeah, okay. Mana drain means we probably survive now. Oh, I need to keep back so many things. So, trample is the thing I'm most scared of. Yeah. Attack with a 9/9. Pardon me. And then I almost forgot we have a standby Ominous Seas Kraken. But yeah, the mana drain should in theory be okay. Because if they play anything that would get past what we have, then we stop it. And we tap something else as well. So, Justice Strike. So that was freaking lucky. Because not only do we stop that from happening, but it also means we get an additional blocker. Reprieve to return it to our hand. That is... But we do tap it, though. Interesting. And the more they pay to stop us drawing, the less mana they have to equip. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. If we get a turn, we might be okay with our lifelink. Shadow Spear, which is... God knows, a braid. Wow. They don't like that one, do they? Let's make this in response. No reason to. I just want to protect myself. I think we have come back from the brink now. So we can move something for free. Move the Shadow Spear or something else. But yeah. Trample, lifelink, first strike, haste. Right. Oh, and more things. Beautiful. Shadow Spear. Yeah. This is the end for them, I believe. When it dies. So we're going to gain 9 lifelink, and then we can move it back. Beautiful. Let's do 18 here. Gain 10. And now that is the end of all. When you give a control player a Shadow Spear. So luckily we get the life before that deals damage, I think. Because we have to be able to deal the damage and gain life before the damage can happen. So that was lucky. Kills that one. And we can do this in their turn to draw 2. So I think we should be fine. We can just play this as well, I guess. There's no need to. Yeah, I'm just going to leave up this. Oh my goodness, we have so many tokens. Swift Boots. That, I think we will try and counter that, because Hexproof is a nightmare, really. Means we can't interact with any of their creatures anymore. And that is the only card in the hand anyway. Oh, that was so close. Shadow Spear there, coming in for the victory. Oh my god, I cannot believe I won that. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.